Hello, Happy New Year. I'm still around, and right now I'm looking for something because my sister's dog stole one of my shoes and brought it in the garden, and it's snowing. I'm gonna check quickly, I don't have much time, but my passion vines, at least the Tucumani's passion vine, is doing okay. It's a bit burnt, but not significantly. The blue passion flower is doing better. One of the leaves is a bit brown, but that's it. Euphaegias are done producing for this season. They're doing fine. I have my Changsha mandarin behind there, which is also doing very well. We're right at freezing level, so it's not actually super cold, and this might actually melt the snow. In the greenhouse, well, the greenhouse is covered in snow, and it actually feels a bit warmer. We're above freezing. Yeah, right above freezing, 2 degrees Celsius. So I still have everything in the greenhouse alive, like my orange trees. I think that's a Kinkoji. Yeah, that one's an orange. Not many leaves left, but they're brown. That's also an orange. So everything's doing fine. I still have some hybrids, like this is a hybrid of Australian desert lime. I have Unshu X Yuzu. Okay, that's a Euxanderin, it seems. The Oro Blanco Pomelo, not doing great. Not many leaves left. Many of these small twigs are burnt. I did not bring them inside, and it does freeze pretty much every night. We still have some Thomasville citron squats that I'm waiting to see ripen. You can see they're changing color, but still a bit green. Now I might actually pick them or bring them inside within a few days, because later this week we're gonna get temperatures that might actually destroy those fruits. And we actually did lose one fruit here, which was not sour but not sweet. And that branch is completely burnt. It's very pale here. You can see some dead leaves, and that's not good. But yeah, I moved everything towards the center of the greenhouse just to avoid problems. Over here, that's all the mandarin hybrids. Wait, now, is there still ice in there? No, okay, it's melted. Yesterday, this was completely frozen, but yeah, we're barely above freezing right now. Still have, like, lychee tomato, which is surviving in the greenhouse. Not everything, like this one, the top is damaged by frost. The rest is okay. I did lose one of my cacti. So my passion vines are doing fine. I have a few guavas. I think that's the Arayan guava. Those are Chilean guavas. Those do fine with protection. So I'm gonna try and bring them outside in a sheltered spot, maybe next year, like in a hedge over there below the shrubbery. I don't think they get very big, so that should be enough. Of course, all of the deciduous trees are doing fine, even if there are some subtropical ones. Like these are all American pawpaws. This is a tune tree, which has a tendency to freeze in spring, but when it's dormant it does fine. I have a sausage tree over there, which also is very sensitive to late frost. My jujubes are just asleep right now, not doing much. I mean, this is, what, 3 years old? They don't like my climate. They don't grow very fast. Still has some trees that refuse to drop leaves, like this pear tree here. For some reason, it doesn't want to drop its leaves. My pomegranates are still dormant. My akebia vines, they don't have leaves, but the stems look fine. Over here, we have a palm tree, which has seen better days, but some years it has been completely burnt. Yet it still manages to regrow every time, so I'm leaving it. It is a bit burnt, but not significantly so it's gonna recover. Still have a bunch of citrus here, all rootstocks. I have some goofla vines, which look a bit stressed, but still overall fine. And this bay laurel is doing fine too. I mean, subtropical plants are, of course, the thing you want to worry about. But those guys, I'm not worried. And yeah, I was thinking maybe putting my Chilean guavas somewhere underneath because it's going to be a bit more protected from the elements. Kind of what I did with these feijoas that are next to a south-facing wall, along with this massive passion vine. And this Changsha mandarin in there, which is very sheltered. Yeah, I don't know where the dog actually brought my shoe. I can't find it. So I'm gonna just check the back of the garden. I wouldn't be surprised if like my cacti are frozen solid by this point. Yeah, this is a citrandarin, basically leafless right now. The citromolo is also leafless. And this is one of my prickly pear, which is not actually frozen solid. It is actually doing fine so far. I have a bigger one here. Well, the other one actually, a branch of it collapsed. That's why it's a bit smaller. This is an Australian bottle brush in the snow. That's a bit surprising, but this species actually comes from the mountains. And strawberry trees, which are a subtropical plant from Mediterranean regions in North Africa. There's still a few flowers here, right there, but most flowers at this time of the year just burn, and whatever fruitlets remain from before the frost actually overwinters. So, seems like I have a ton of fruitlets this year. We're gonna have a good harvest next year, and I'm probably gonna make some jam. I think this one also has some fruitlets, but it never really produces much. Well, still, that's decent. It's gonna produce probably a good 20 next year. And this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it reaches 100 fruits. As for my small prickly pears, those are the Appalachian prickly pears from North America. Very cold tolerant, so they kind of get wrinkled like this. They dehydrate to become less sensitive to freezing, and actually have fruits on there. 3 fruits in total, one here, one over there. They do overwinter. Like they did overwinter last year, and they weren't fully ripe this year, so I decided to leave them on the plants. I have 2 feijoas here. Used to have a third one, but it's dead for some reason. I don't know why. This one's doing okay. This one's doing very well. Last year, I bought it from Spain. Received it right during the coldest part of the year, and it actually handled frost just fine. Feijoas are really tough. I mean, everything in the guava family in general is surprisingly tough. As for citrus, this guy, I've had a fruit that I was sent, so not from my tree, but it's looking fine right now. Leaves are a bit frozen. Oh yeah, this is frozen solid. You can see it has a darker shade than a leaf like this. No, this is frozen too. Well, okay, it is frozen right now, but it is doing fine. That tree has been there for several years, in full wind, no protection, and has handled a lot of cold. This citromolo, not yet. It's a bit young, but it's doing fine right now. My poor tropical mulberries. This is a Thai mulberry. I have another one right there. Yeah, they're looking fine for now because they're dormant, but I can already see buds are swelling and green. Yeah, that's not good. All the thin twigs generally freeze during winter because it doesn't have good dormancy. It only got dormancy due to being acclimated. For the first few years, it kept dying back to the ground. This is citromolo. It has suffered a lot, and it's still alive. I don't know how, because the bottom part of the tree is dead, but it still survives like this. So I'm not removing it, because I was hoping to get some suckers from the rootstock, but no, the tree doesn't die back. This is a Morton citrange, Morton SL, regular Morton. Morton SL is supposed to be a bit better tasting. There is a third variant of Morton citrange, which is supposed to be even better, but I don't have it. Myrtle from the guava family, although it's distantly related. Not supposed to survive here, but it is around. And a small loquat, my very last surviving loquat. Those are lemon verbena. I don't think those branches are alive. They look a bit dark. So it's probably gonna sprout back from the roots. That's what it does. This is a tea plant. A bit burnt, and it had flowers, but they're burnt too. It doesn't have many leaves left, which is normal due to cold stress. Over time, as it gets bigger, it's gonna handle it better. Like this myrtle here, which is doing fine. When they're small, these myrtles, they kind of die back almost to the ground. When they get bigger like this, they can always handle it, even if they lose a few branches. Scabosu is doing fine, which is good. Sudashi is a bit stressed. I can see it has some burnt shoots, which were this year's growth. And this Hanayu, which was never damaged by very cold temperatures, it seems this year its vigorous new shoots haven't hardened properly because like the leaves are a bit destroyed, and everything seems a bit white at the tips of the branches. The tree itself is okay, it's gonna recover. I mean, it went through very harsh temperatures and survived, so I'm not too worried. Switching Pepita should do just fine. It's not been damaged in the last winter. This Yuzu, that's also a Hanayu actually. It is doing fine. Actually doing a bit better right now. Can I show an example of a frozen leaf and an unfrozen leaf? No, not on that one. Probably on the Yuzu right next to it. But yeah, same plant. The rootstock here is better, so this tree is younger and bigger compared to that one that's been there for years, and the rootstock is very weak. Over here, this is a Yuzu. I've had Yuzu for the first time, absolutely adored it. Let's see, no, that leaf is a bit dark green, so it's frozen. Yeah, let's see if I can find an unfrozen leaf. It's not easy. Oh, that one isn't frozen. Yeah, a nice, clear green color, a light green color, while leaves on the upper part will have a darker shade, a bit like this, and that's due to frost in the leaf. That doesn't mean the leaf is gonna die, it just means there's frost in the leaf, and it can actually recover, but not if it stays frozen for too long. This is another Yuzu, which is doing very well. It's actually younger than this one. Then a mandarin here, which is looking kind of okay so far. Yeah, I mean, some leaves are a bit damaged, but it's doing okay. And then this is Yanagi Ichigo, a subtropical Japanese plant. Don't think it's alive. No, it's died back to the roots. So no fruit for me. Another Chimera mandarin. And a Canna lily, which is frozen to the roots. The tubers are still on the ground, so it's gonna survive. And my Euxanderin, and was excited to try out in ground. It's doing fine, a bit of frost damage, but not much. It did much worse last year. And over here, a Yuzu crossed with Citramelo. Not a great fruit, but I mean, I have it. And it is cold tolerant, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, things are going okay so far. And I'm just worried that I still haven't found my shoe that the dog brought outside, so I'm gonna have to wait for the snow to melt in a few days. And it's gonna be cold, like 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what, minus 10 degrees Celsius? Yeah, that's what's announced anyway. So, see you next time. Bye!